The Omnic Weekly. Welcome everyone. It is Sunday, February 7th, and this is episode 188 of the Omnic Weekly. I am D, aka Damesies, and this week I'm joined by, I'm going to go in alphabetical order, Akila.
Hello.
Yeah, Akila. I have to do the quick... Frozen, I had to do like the alphabet really quickly. And Pog!
Hello.
I was really going through my A, B, C, D. All right, yeah, no,
Oh, wait, right.
How you guys doing?
Since we're talking about the ABCGs, also today is not Sunday. It's Saturday the 7th.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is coming out on Sunday.
But
yeah,
you
but
said
you're right.
the
That's true.
7th.
The 7th. It's the 8th. Yeah, no, you're right.
So Sunday the 8th.
This is Saturday, February the 8th. There we go. We just mixed it. We just flipped it.
Oh my God.
People can combine whatever they see fit.
Yeah. I mean, tomorrow's a special day, you know. We can't record tomorrow.
We can't record tomorrow because it's someone's birthday. And it's totally not Akila.
It's totally not my birthday.
No, not at all.
He's turning 29 again. Yippee!
I love the yippee at the end. It just made it sound so... Yippee!
Well, I think everyone is really excited, not because it's my birthday, although you should, but because we had a big week for Overwatch.
Oh, dear. Yeah, you can rest assured.
I think we all were like, "Hey."
Yeah, we definitely
Like
needed to record today. That was it.
I'm
There's no
going
way.
to start by saying that Mama Hong in the bikini has been confirmed, right?
Well,
She
at
could
this
be one of
point,
those silhouettes.
Honestly, after everything we saw, a possibility.
I don't think there's anything off the table anymore. I think we got to that point.
Yeah.
Let's maybe start out with the announcement for the people that have not seen anything. Where have you been? Where have you been? Have you been living under a rock? Have you been hiding
behind the moon.
behind the moon? Possibly. No, they announced that with this year in Overwatch, we're going to get 10 heroes. The first 5 are going to release next Tuesday for season 1. That is a whole thing by itself. We're resetting the seasons. We're getting these yearly cycles. And one of the new heroes is Jetpack Cat. Holy hell.
Most important thing.
I literally never expected this to happen.
In the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Like who is the best hero and why is it Jetpack Cat? Because that is the only way this discussion can go, guys.
I saw that in the spotlight and immediately reminded me of when Dee told us about his conversation he had with Aaron about, you know, them not trying to like put a hero in right now because they don't know. And I'm like, you knew at that point.
Wait, what? What did I know? I didn't know anything.
No, you asked him about like a few questions. I think it was last year at some point.
Oh yeah, possibly.
And you ask him about like a mecha hero and ask about him, you know, like a feline hero, you know, like Jetpack Cat. And they was like, yeah, no, like with the UI, it's gonna be a little messy, and they like trying to work things out. I was like, you knew, you knew, he knew.
At that point, he knew. Yeah, I thought you were, because I've been accused in the last few weeks so many times that I knew shit that I didn't. Because everybody was convinced I was going to be at the spotlight, which I wasn't. They knew that they said, you know who is going to be. No, man, I know jack shit right now. Literally nothing. Just the same thing as everybody else. That's why I was kind of like, no, Frozen. Really, I didn't know.
It was Aaron.
Frozen. Yeah,
It was Aaron that knew, not you.
Well, to be fair, I think that people forget that you do follow the game very closely. You do follow the news very closely. And there are things that you... Oh, I can hear myself. And there are things that you can make predictions that turn out to be very accurate because, you know, there's information also helps us, you know, think that this is a good way that they're going. So I think that you're always right. And
I recognize patterns, basically. That's what I do. I recognize patterns and I address the patterns. But it's
advanced
really difficult.
Overwatch addiction pattern recognition. it's a certified, you know, disorder. Don't be too hard on D.
Yeah, I'm in therapy
Did you
like
notice?
once a week.
Did you like the thing that most amazed me about this announcement about Jetpack Cat? So surrounding it's like, oh my god, the story's so important. This lore, all we're doing, and it's like, don't worry about Jetpack Cat. We just found him at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
That's true.
And that's like the entire background, and that's all you need to know, and that's fine. And I'm here for just no lore for this cat. He's an epic cat.
That's
She's
the
an epic
thing. That's in line with cat lore. The cat distribution system works in its own ways.
It's 100%
I've seen
accurate.
so many pictures of people like, look at this cat on my bed. This is not my cat, but she decided to live here now.
I have one of those cats. Like our youngest just kind of walked into our backyard, lived under our hedge to the point where my girlfriend was like, what are we going to do with this kid? And I don't think she belongs anywhere. There's this system in Belgium, I think they have it all over Europe, with chips and whatnot to read that they didn't belong to anybody. They weren't chipped. And now she sleeps on my bed. Like right now, she's lying there. Hilda's taking a nap. She's lying right next to her. And at night, she claims space. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? I paid all this money for a bed and it's not mine anymore. Yeah, exactly.
The cat distribution system strikes again.
Absolutely. Yeah, also in Overwatch, apparently.
Yeah. So in Gibraltar, she went in and she's like, I'm here now. You deal with it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a new hero.
What are you guys doing in my house?
Beautiful.
And Brigitte was like, let's give her a jetpack.
But it's so beautifully silly. Like next to like all these very serious, like very lore attached heroes that we're getting. And like also like with Mizuki, someone kind of new that we're kind of getting into. And we just have Jetpack Cat. It's so lovely.
It's completely random and it's amazing.
Is right. The delivery was beautiful. The delivery in Spotlight, because they were like, and this hero, and this and that, and Emre, and this is gonna play so much. And then there's a cat. And that was it. And they moved on. And it's like, what?
Excuse me, what?
It was beautiful. The delivery was like, I think that the person who was saying, I forgot her name, but she even kind of sighed a little bit.
Yeah, she did.
So, and then there's a cat. Moving on. I think she's not a cat person there. I said it.
But they're doing everything right with the cat. Like anytime they showed the cat in the trailer, they were not really, like, except for like in combat, but on other moments, the cat was not doing anything heroic. They were playing with food. They were playing with something they saw fly by. They were just staring at a distance. It was just like, you hear this heroic music of all these people doing heroic stuff, and then it kind of slows down really fast. And there's a cat going, like tapping a fish, going, meow, meow. And then it continues again. Like the whole comedy it's glorious.
I need to see if they're going to be brave enough, if they're going to be brave to put the cat, to have her cleaning herself.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like with the antenna, like.
Well,
it would be an emote.
With his emote. Hanzo does it.
Yeah, but Pog, what you need to understand, we're talking to Aquila. Aquila is not talking about washing her head. Aquila is talking like with frozen means.
Yeah, like the legs stick up that the cats do. Yeah, that one.
It's fine. You need to get used to it.
I just want to address that I said cleaning herself and you guys went there.
No, absolutely. I also like the sitting emote. I want her to just curl herself up and sleep.
Oh, just in a little ball?
Yeah, like when they like do the loafing and then they just like rest their eyes and like they're just sleeping.
Yeah, that would be perfect.
I want her to loaf.
See, Jetpack Cat is already the best new hero.
I agree. It's the best hero, period.
It's the best hero, period. Yeah, I'm going to main her even if I suck at her. I don't care.
Guys, I have a question. I just thought of this. I hope Blizzard kind of has figured this out because this is quite important. But what happens if you have Jetpack Cat on your team and Brigitte pulls out Mitzi from wherever she's keeping Mitzi in that emote?
Cat fight.
Yeah. Are we going to get a cat fight? Or what is happening there? Just a ball of cats. Just a ball of cats rolling over the battleground. It's one of those team ups. See, there we go. Team ups are coming. It's going to be a team up. You pull up Mitzi and you have a big ball of cats rolling over the battleground and killing everybody that it touches.
So, first thing, Mama Hong in a bikini happening. Number 2, team ups are happening. This is the most informative podcast you will find on Overwatch.
We're predicting the futures right here. By the way, the title of the podcast this week is A Ball of Cats. Just wanted to let you guys know.
Stunning.
Our predictions continue. But, I mean, this whole Spotlight event was one big, huge fan service. Like, okay, the heroes are really cool. The things that we got to see, at least there's 5 heroes that we didn't get to see. But what they showed already looked super intriguing. Like there was the one that fascinates me personally the most is that Omnic PI, that guy with the fedora, just standing there with the cane. I want to know what that guy is all about.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean the Jinx looking girl. No, Mizuki.
Is that Mizuki? No.
No. Mizuki is one of the 5 heroes that is going to be released. I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about the silhouette. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mizuki is Raiden basically, but healing
don't know
Raiden.
why, but like that kind of like it kind of reminded me of an Omnic version. Do you know, like Into the Spider-Verse, at like black and white Spider-Man?
Yeah, Spider Noir. Yeah, Spider Noir.
Yeah, Spider Noir. It kind of reminded me of Spider Noir a little bit.
Yeah, he has that same
like
vibe.
an Omnic version.
Yeah.
And Nick Valentine from Fallout, I referenced him in my video. Like that vibe, I'm just super curious because that feels like Jetpack Cat kind of fits the lure because it's almost like a cult classic, you know. It's Brigitte, the cat lady, all the cats, all that thing. But this guy feels like it would give like a new twist, like a new kind of feel to Overwatch. But yeah, the existing heroes that we know that are coming next week is Mizuki. Indeed, he is a member of the Hashimoto clan that is about to become a full-time yokai member because he is kind of a spy with the yokai. But it turns out like they've been hinting really heavily at him just eloping. I don't know what the word is that we're going to use here, but he's not happy with his family in the Hashimoto clan, and there's a link with Kiriko's dad. What do we think? Like Kiriko's half brother, maybe? The dad was imprisoned by the Hashimoto clan. He was like, let's get some strange. Come on.
I don't know if he would be the half brother. Maybe like, I don't know. Maybe like a little boy that his like her father took on and maybe trained of some sort.
Yeah. I think he's a little too old to be her half brother.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, with like the age changes of like we had that before, you know, Kiriko and Hanzo and Genji growing up together, that doesn't really add up anyways. So
that's true.
I feel like it's open box anyway.
Yeah.
But I think it might. I mean, if like maybe training or like some alliances within, you know, like he's not that loyal to Hashimoto, so maybe like a spy inside, you know, like he grew up with that, respected the man, and has been like, you know,
a double agent in the little sense,
of some sort, yeah. Also, is he going to be the first Japanese hero that's not going to be able to climb walls? That's my question.
I was going to say that because when Kiriko came out, I was like, well, does every Japanese person wall climb? Because
have you never been to Japan? Here. I mean, that's what they do.
I have not.
No.
They have. You know, everybody's wall climbing everywhere, trust me.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They don't have a single escalator in the whole place. It's just everybody climbing up walls. It's super frustrating.
I had to learn how to wall climb just to get into the buildings.
Can you imagine? Please not. That would be a reason for me not to go to Japan. I already hate long staircases, let alone wall climbing. But yeah, I think he's going to. He's, for me personally, apart from him throwing his hat and that Raiden thing, you know, because I love Mortal Kombat, especially old school Mortal Kombat, and that it bounces. Yes. I love that. But other than that, I find it for me to be the least interesting hero that they added.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't feel it.
He's the one I'm most excited about, to be honest with you.
Ooh,
like the fact that he has, like, you know, his healing aura is through doing damage, right? Isn't that how his whole kit is? Like?
Yeah.
I love that idea. It's like you need to really do damage to perform as a healer. And I don't know. It looks like there's a lot of tech with his paper. Was it a paper doll? Sort of like.
It has a weird kit
or something's going on.
Yeah.
It seems like it's an old translocator. But I don't know. It just seems exciting. The ultimate seems like a reverse Mauga cage, which I'm so excited about.
Yeah.
It's healing and blocking projectiles. I don't know. It just seems, the kit just seems right up my alley. So I'm genuinely less interested in most of the other ones, except for maybe, well, actually, no, I take that back. Emre seems cool and Domina seems cool, but yeah, Mizuki's my number one.
I mean,
yeah, Domina is on top for me. Domina, because I feel like she's going to be.
Domina will always be on top. What?
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
I'm already calling her Dom Mummy.
Out of the way. I'm sorry, but her name is Domina. Come on.
No. They really knew what they were doing.
She's a dumb mom.
Oh yeah.
But I think she's like a variation of Sigma in a way. Not only because she floats above ground. That was kind of, I didn't even notice that at first, but that whole kind of poke tank deal with the shields and the fact that she has this kind of shield that she can wrap around her that breaks it. Like, there's like a lot of stuff that I think I want to discover. That sounds weird, but you know what I mean.
But she is one of the heroes that I got really excited about design-wise. Not that I think the design of all of them are really interesting, but in terms of especially if we think about the female tanks that we have and the female tanks that we have with this kind of muscle mummy figure, like we have Zarya, we have a little bit of Junker Queen. It is so exciting to me to have someone who is, at the same time, she seemed to be like big and imposing, but also really feminine and elegant. It's like I do, and this comes again from the character thing that we spoke last week, is like I really do like when we get characters that come out of the norm. It's like if we had another muscle person that is crazy about her muscles and etc., like Zarya or something, it would be like, it doesn't matter what she looks like, it wouldn't interest me as much. But now we have someone who is literally floating on heels. And it's like and it's like everything that she presents, one of the things that they said in the spotlight when they were talking about her was like, well, that she doesn't get her hands dirty, in a sense of she's using their hands attached to her back. So it really excited me as a personality, because I think it's something that stood out, especially in the tank role, personality, aesthetics, and you know, they're introducing praise, and I know a lot of people who want to be praised by Dom Mummy. So
that was true. You walked this really straight line, kind of bringing facts and almost. I was expecting statistics, and then you took such a hard turn right at the end.
You're welcome.
Going back into familiar territory. That was oh god, that was perfect. But I really think I imagine her. There was someone in my chat that said we talked about this during the stream, that she would be holding a glass of wine in one hand, maybe in both hands, because she has that drunk auntie vibe going on. Like, you know, that one auntie that is always had a little too much wine at the family gatherings, and that is just kind of the hair is all over the place. She's just sitting there in a fancy dress.
Drops a champagne glass into her mecha hand, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go.
But I don't see her like messy and drunk. I think it's the opposite. No. I think is the person that's like, she has the champagne glass and she's like, okay, clean my shoes now. I mean, she's the
CEO of Vishkar, right? So the way that she portrays herself as like, it's like she's powerful, but in the way of, I don't need to get my hands dirty. I'll just let my tech work and speak for itself. It kind of like presents this power that I really like to see. Like, as Aquila said, especially against like the kind of brutally powerful tanks, like especially in women we had before. It's a really nice contrast.
Yeah. And also before the spotlight, we did get a little bit of lore that included her talking to Vendetta.
It did indeed, yeah. That was
so
really triggered.
I feel that she, apart from Emre, of course, she's the one that we got also most taunted with lore connections.
Yeah, exactly. And it was right before the spotlight event. It was literally a few days before. So that was very cheeky that they did that. And
I never thought that she would be a playable hero at that point.
Oh yeah. Immediately, because there were like a few things that hinted really hard at her becoming a hero. Just the fact that they kept her kind of silhouette so much in the dark. There was something there that they didn't want you to see, because those were those arms. They kind of hinted at it, and they wouldn't do that if they didn't want to kind of go, ta-da! This is the next hero. So I had her right after Emre as the second option. Turns out there were 10. So. There we go.
And we're getting 5 next week. So should we talk about the hottest one of the lineup, or the one that's available to play?
Oh, wait. We'd already talked about Jetpack Cat, didn't we? Well, I don't know what you're on about.
Jetpack Cat is not the hot one. Jetpack Cat is the best one.
We're talking about Mr. Greatest Ass in the lineup right here.
Oh, my God.
She said
there we go. Yeah, she said it. That she just wanted to make sure that she got to say it before you said it. That was
no. Aki has dipped on something else.
Wait, what?
No. Come on. What? I know it's a podcast. We can go a little further than we usually do, but let's not push it too far, okay?
No. Yeah, because that sounded.
That's not what I meant. I'm sorry. That's definitely not what I meant.
It's okay, Frozen.
Listen,
I'm not going to cut this out. We're going to keep this in. It needs to be heard.
Listen, but my crush on Emre is no secret. He is so hot. Not like, I like his hair, I like his face. He's amazing.
Have you seen? Yeah, go ahead.
in the spotlight, we got to see him in play and to see him more than we had seen, and he looks amazing. It made me think.
360 degrees.
It made me think that didn't they reduce Reaper's butt back in the day?
I think they did.
Did they? I know they did that with a few heroes, but that is the rumor, or at least what people say, because I don't know. Are people really measuring the bots or the characters that they play with?
Of course we are, D.
I'll just get my code.
What?
I mean, besides him,
it made me think of that. If they change Emre, I'm gonna riot. The pitchfork is ready. It's like that.
Go to rampage.
That profile image of him is burnt into my skull now. So. Anyway, what were we talking about?
I said, okay, so no, besides him having a great ass, he's just also is like very much integrated into lore, and he has very interesting things in his kit and also in like his HUD. I saw, where was it? Somewhere on Twitter, I saw when he's ulting, he has like a Finnish word right at the top.
Yeah, I heard that someone's commented on one of my videos that his ult has a Finnish sentence in there, which I was like, okay, could be. I don't speak Turkish, nor do I speak Finnish, so I'm terribly sorry.
No, I think it's something along the lines of like, I didn't hide it. Like, my half part is from Finland. Like, my grandma is Finnish and everything. And I was like, ooh, it's Finnish. Let me look at that. And I think on Twitter, someone translated it. And was someone's like, it was something like sequence initiated or something like that.
So that would mean that because that is basically the lore behind Emre for people that are not aware. He has this eye on his chest, which is basically what we think is the conspiracy or the eye or that one organization that actually they teased all the way back when they introduced Sombra. So Sombra has been doing research on all of this. That is actually the reason she was with Talon, because she's no longer with Talon. Little spoiler there, but we learned yesterday that Reaper, Widowmaker, and Sombra left Talon after Vendetta took over. But that is what she's been researching, that Illuminati kind of deal behind the scenes that are pulling the strings and whatnot. And he is supposedly, or that's the theory we all kind of are following right now, is that he is being controlled by them. But that would mean that there's a tie to Finland with that organization, because...
Which makes me excited.
Yeah, that is
we
interesting.
Might get, I don't know, a Finnish map at some point.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that would be really cool.
There's an Icelandic map that is coming.
Yeah.
So we're getting definitely in the Nordics there.
We didn't say in this episode, I don't think yet, but we did get new maps confirmed, didn't we? Not for the next season, but for the year.
Yeah. We got, sadly, the Atlantic Ecology is not coming this year. At least that's not what they told us up till now. That could still change. It could be that they're halting that behind. But what we know is that Tokyo's coming in season 2. And then the Iceland map is coming later. They didn't really say when it is coming. But on top of that, we're also getting altered maps, like we've seen with Rialto. We've talked about that one last week, that there were changes made to Rialto that stood out in some of the art that we got to see. And this now in the Spotlight event, we actually, or was it the trailer? We got to see that Rialto has a statue of Vendetta. They took down the statue on the first square and replaced it with Vendetta. I mean, she really has ego issues. And then
they're going for the Roman Empire vibe.
Oh,
strong.
definitely.
Like she's raising statues. That I'm worried.
Yeah, she has her gladiators with her that she's giving shields with all of the tech that Dominar supplies. It's going to get bonkers. It's going to get crazy.
I mean, also, wasn't it like the Gibraltar that was completely trashed? And we're like, what the hell happened there?
Yeah, we saw it. They released a comic yesterday, and it was attacked. Yeah, so Talon just kind of, basically Vendetta, because the rest of Talon was not really aware that she did this. And I saw, if you see the comic, the last panel, you can see the faces of all the new council members. There's like 2 ladies in there I've never seen, and a guy. One lady looked like she was the receptionist at the Talon desk below. She had this, like, the outfit she was wearing is like something my mom would wear. I don't know. It was really weird to see her sitting between, like, does she bring everybody coffee, or what is happening here?
Your mom's in Talon?
Yeah, apparently. Mom, what are you doing? Mom, stop it. Come on. But at the end, she reveals that she has ordered a strike on Gibraltar. We saw that at the end of the trailer where Winston was eating his peanut butter and suddenly saw all these ships coming in. But there's like a few reactions, like Moga was completely in for it. His face was like he got a Christmas present. But then Sanjay was completely shocked. Sorry,
but we said last week, no, I was just going to add to that Mauga seems like as long as he gets to chill at the beach at the end of the day, he seems like he's down for anything. It's just like, I don't care whoever controls this, whatever it is, as long as I get to shoot some people and at the end of the day I have my cocktail by the beach, I'm cool. But yeah, he was one with a very positive, affirming face.
Yeah, he was. I think he likes Vendetta. He's really a big fan of Vendetta taking over. There have been a few things, like when she walked in that cinematic we got to see, he was nodding the whole time, like, let's go. So I think it is really his thing. He's also being sent out as a missionary to kind of persuade the Junkers to join. What do you guys think? Is the Junker Queen going to join Vendetta, or is she going to go? How would you say it in Australia to say heck no?
She'd say bugger off.
Bugger off. There we go. There we go. I knew there was a way you guys said it differently than the rest of us.
Yeah. I think he'd be pretty persuasive. And, like Mauga's from, where's he from? He's from Samoa, right?
Samoa, yeah.
Which we're like neighbors, you know what I mean? Australia and Samoa are pretty neighbors and we like each other. So he might be quite convincing, And I think his instructions were, if they weren't convinced, then to get rid of him.
Yeah, good luck with that.
The only thing that I see, I don't know if it aligns, is that doesn't she literally like call herself Junker Queen, and a lot of her lines is like kneel or power, or it's about her. So I think that the invitation to be like, do you want to bend the knee to this other lady here? I don't know if it would go so.
No, I'm on the same. I'm on the same side. I don't think I think they're kind of very akin, both ladies, but I think the Junker Queen is a little less reckless, if that makes any sense, because up till now she was definitely reckless, but I think compared to Vendetta is, I said this yesterday during my stream, but Vendetta is keeping the foot on the throttle because she knows the moment she lets go of that foot, there is a risk that she gets toppled over. So she's going to be very aggressive, reckless. Her plans are not always going to be well built. She's just going to go for it. While the Queen definitely is more strategic. But yet, if she's going to be asked to kneel for someone else, she is going to say no. She's going to go feck off. Or what was it again?
Bugger off.
Bugger off. There we go.
I actually don't think it's about like kneeling, because there just seems to be that she's setting up strategic partnerships like with the Deadlock Gang, and it seems to be all just be financed by Maximilian. So it's all driven by money in a lot of the cases.
For the Deadlock Gang, for sure. But I don't know if the Junkers, I don't see the Junkers as, they definitely like their money, because the spawn room is literally, the spawn room is literally a pile of gold, but I don't know.
Yeah, true.
I think
with Junker Queen, like it was one of the short stories that they had, I think, about Ball and his story.
Yeah.
And you can like see a little glimpse, because like Junker Queen will do what she needs to do. She can be reckless, but like also in her cinematics, she knows compassion. She knows how to get to people, and she knows how to make allies. And she knows, like, she still is a queen. She wants to do what is best for her people. So I feel like it's a thin line between does she want to do the alliance even though she knows what's going to happen, or will she gain enough for herself and her people to be like, hey, yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to like side with Talon here.
Mm-hmm. And an alliance could be something different. We will have to wait to see if that's how smart Vendetta really is about these things, because in the comic that they released about her interaction with Max, for example, she wasn't very diplomatic.
No.
It became an alliance, but in a way that for me is very clear that the minute that Max has won over her, it's not about loyalty. So I think an alliance is definitely a possibility, depending on how we're going to see that Vendetta is going to deal with her new reign, let's say, I think that Dee is very much right on the like she's coming down like an avalanche, and these empires are not long lasting because you need pillars and structures and things like that. But it's very interesting. I think that one of the things that made me most excited was that these past updates on Overwatch, made me and a lot of people that I've been watching excited about lore again.
Yeah.
I think that for a while, lore was always there, obviously, and it was always a big part of Overwatch. But honestly, there has been some time that I haven't been as engaged with it as I've been in the past month or so, let's say. And I've been seeing other streamers, other players saying the same thing. People that didn't even know much about Talon got interested about like, wait, but what is happening? And I think that is a big plus on it's their merit to be able to do these things and get everyone excited about lore again as well.
Yeah, it's what made Overwatch popular in the first case. Like back in 2016, people were talking about these cinematic shorts. They were talking about these characters, about the relationships that they had, the stories that were unfolding. That was what got a lot of people to play Overwatch. And it's really nice to see them bring that back, and to see them bring that back within the PvP game, because that was always the thing, right? It was PvE is dead, so lore is dead, but that doesn't necessarily need to be the case. And they just proved this completely, right, in the sense that, they can do it, and they're doing it, which makes me extremely happy.
I feel like the lore and like expanding the lore and everything, it's a lot of times what keeps people interested. You need to have like these draw-ins or like silly things, Like I had multiple friends tell me they're just going to download Overwatch again after years of not playing it just for Jetpack Cat. But like after these draw-ins, then you have like the things of, oh, what is this? Oh, this seems interesting. I'm going to read about this. I'm going to watch this. And have it integrated into the game is such a smart move. Because people are going to be like, oh, what is this tab? Click on it. And they're going to get like kind of a little trapped in like all the lore and be like, oh, what is this about? I want to know more. And that's like what keeps them interested, which is so smart, but it's so nice to see.
Story is a good investment in the sense that people will want to know how the story continues. They will want to know what happens next if you lay out a good story, an intriguing story, not just... With all due respect for other games, I mean, other games have tried this. They have given background lore to certain characters, like Apex did it, but they never really translated it into the game. I think the way that Overwatch is planning to do it, for as far as I know, maybe Warframe did it. I know Warframe has kind of very similar style, but I haven't played that game in many, many years. It is quite unique in the fact that, we're going to see stuff happen on the maps. We're going to see heroes being introduced based on that storyline. We're going to see cinematics. It's just going to be 360. Well, not the full 360 yet, but
You reminded me of back in the day when I first saw Street Fighter. The lore, or better said, the non-existent lore was hilarious. It would be like, Chun-Li, you killed my dad. Fight. It's just like obviously, mind you, I'm about to turn 40 tomorrow, so I'm talking about Street Fighter 2 that we played in like the bus station and things like that.
And
it'd be like, I want to be the best. Fight. And you're like, this is lore. And lore used to be like a dialogue line before you just beat someone up. And I remember laughing about it because some of them try to be really deep and just like, now you're just beating this random guy up. Great. And we're getting the opposite experience of that, which is really exciting. But you mentioned also earlier when we talked about the new heroes, you mentioned Mortal Kombat, and we need to talk about Anran.
We do.
And I made that segue because I love Kitana, and she reminds me so much.
Yeah, I knew what you were going to say. Yeah, the fan, that
New
really has
style.
that vibe. Yeah, it is. I played it yesterday for quite a lot, actually, throughout my whole stream. And that fan, I already expected it to feel very satisfying, but it really it's like you basically kind of you start a fire and you just fan it. Although it does require some coordination, you need to kind of, there's some peculiar things to it. But
yeah, it's such a smart weapon to choose for Fire Hero. I don't know, like I saw that, I was like, this fits so incredibly well with like just like setting someone on fire and then fanning it so it becomes larger so you make more damage. I like when things like that make sense.
But you basically, what kind of asshole are you actually? You set someone on fire and you're like, oh, wait.
And now you fan it.
That's such a dick move. Like, I didn't even think about that before. You just started explaining it in that way. Yeah.
Yeah, but it
the
is
physics
true.
behind it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it.
It makes gameplay-wise, it makes sense. We kind of look through those structures, but if you would explain it to someone else, like I ran into somebody and they said, I saw something on the TV, they set another person on fire, and then they started fanning the fire. You're like, what kind of psychopath is that? They should just log those people up.
It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
she's like one of the first heroes. You can hold both primary fire and secondary fire down at the same time, and she alternates. I haven't seen that on another hero before. It's kind of wacky.
Oh yeah, I haven't even tried that. I need to give that a try.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, dude.
I'm also like super scared that we now have 4 heroes in the game that can set you on fire. And I don't know what that run like. If you do a squad that has 4,
we did it yesterday. Yeah,
we did. Was it horrific?
It was not as impressive as we had hoped it would be. But
I still think if you get healed by Wuyang, you should have no fire like effect on you anymore because he heals you with water.
There are a few things, yeah. Yeah, and she should not be that vulnerable to fire herself because it's what she deals with. There are definitely a few combinations. So 2 things I've seen. One I've done myself. I accidentally bumped in yesterday, but Manga and Unrun together, like when he cages everybody and you splash in with your ult, because the splash damage, if you hit someone, they're going to take a huge hit, but everybody inside gets lit, so they start burning immediately. And you just start right clicking on everybody. You can take everybody out in just a jiffy. It's insane.
Just fan it.
You fan it. You basically fan the whole thing, and they're all going to burn. It's going to smell like burnt pig so fast.
Bacon.
Another one I saw that I didn't try it myself, but I definitely want to give it a try, was they had a Wuyang, it had an Unrun. So Unrun would ult, and Wuyang would put his ult on his sister. She would drop down, and then the ult of Wuyang would go off. So she would set everybody on fire, and then they get all stunned and get that extra hit. It would just be gone.
I did that with Koba, actually. When we played a little, we managed to play a couple of games together, and that was devastating. Like, we got a bunch of team wipes with that. That was insane.
Yeah, I can imagine. I would definitely want to give that a try. And I think that is the interesting thing about what you're doing now. Like, I'm going to go hit that button again, but I'm not going to say they're going to do team-ups, but they're definitely thinking way harder on synergies between certain heroes and how they can work together even better. Not necessarily to kind of go towards team-ups, but to kind of stop the counterplay and think more about how we can enable each other to do better. You know what I mean? Like, counterplay has been it basically blocks you from doing what you need to do. It's a negative experience. But if you start building your heroes more and base more on how they synergize and how they work together, you actually create value through combinations, through picks, instead of devaluing what the others are doing. It strengthens your own experience. I think that is a smart move. But I love seeing stuff. I think there's a lot with Unrun that we haven't discovered yet that we still need to figure out.
Yeah, synergy does seem like a big thing now because I was more interested in the kind of low-key aspects of synergy with the fire heroes than the actual big combos, like big ult combos or something. So, for example, the fact that Mauga can get crits with basically like it doesn't have to be his fire, let's say, for him to be able to crit on a burning person. And now if you can, you could already do a little bit with Ashe, but now with Unrun and Ashe and Mauga, and I was much more interested in like, wait, the small fire and then build up with the Mauga damage and then this and this and that could be in the long run of a match could be even more difficult to deal with than the big ult combo, because it's like the ults are free fight win, right?
Yeah,
just like
basically,
a Junkrat bomb sometimes is, or a Diva bomb is. So the ult is like, okay, we lost the fight, but now we build it up again. But the thing that slowly chips away at your heroes throughout the whole match, and Kiri can cleanse it, of course, but the cooldown on that thing is not as fast as they can set you on fire again. And I was really interested about that. I was like, if we start getting more hero synergy, the whole subtle gameplay of the entire game could change.
Yeah, exactly. I think that might be exactly what they're designing for right now. Instead of just doing something very obvious like a team up where they basically give you a list of what you need to do, who you need to combine to get a benefit, and you get an extra ability, you get an extra passive. Why not design the heroes at the moment you click them together, you discover something, which I think is a lot more fun because
it adds a level of strategy that is exciting.
I mean, we had kind of a test thing with synergy before in one of the arcade modes.
Yeah, the Halloween event.
With the Halloween event, with the masks. So I think they have tried something like that in that direction already. It's just gonna be a wait and see thing of like, are they gonna act on it? Is it gonna be implemented somewhere? Are we gonna have a mode like that? But they've been definitely trying synergies and team ups and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. And we didn't talk about the synergy of a cat carrying a bastion.
or a cat carrying ulting people like Cassidy.
Yeah.
Imagine you're behind the corner and you see a cat flying with an ulting Cassidy right in front of you.
By the way, before we move on, we're still on Unrun and kind of synergies and putting people on fire.
Yeah.
Pog, you did something very beautiful with your content.
Look.
Please explain.
I'm highly embarrassed. Look, when a new hero comes out, I like to just get in a nice practice range and set them on fire and freeze them and electrocute them and just record all the sounds that their voice actors make. Just, because people want it. And I'm here to give them what they want.
Glorious. It is glorious. You should not be embarrassed about it. It is one of the... I love it.
Get ready for when I do it to Jetpack Cat, though. I'm a bit scared.
What about Emra, though? I'm excited about
Emra. My God, there we go again.
there we go.
I know. There's an audience, and I'm tapped into that one. I did have like an overall thought about the 5D heroes, which I've just sort of been itching in my brain a little bit. I feel like that all of the heroes, they have unique abilities, but also everyone has something a little bit familiar that's already sort of within the Overwatch tech and world with other heroes. Like, we've got ways to get people on fire with Unrun. We've got, translocator sort of tech or recall. We've got beams. We've got all these sort of shields. Like I feel like it's maybe countering it a little bit with the ban system. So you've got more options. For if you love a beam weapon and they ban Zarya, you might have Domina to play. Or if they've banned Soldier 76 or Cassidy, Emre might be an alternate choice that feels familiar. I feel like all of these heroes have got there's some familiarity with everyone's kit, which I find really interesting. With all of it, I don't know if that's like intentional or that it's like just a smart way to repurpose tech that built already into the game. It's
I think it's going to be all of it, right? I mean, I think they definitely do it on purpose. I think there's definitely an advantage to it when it comes to the tech, but I think it bring on a really good point. Like with the ban system, is a good way for them to measure how people feel about the game. It gives us a little more power to decide what the circumstances are going to be that we're going to be playing in. But I think we all are very aware that the ban system is also very biased. Like the way that people vote is often actually based on hearsay, perception, not necessarily like this hero is good, especially on the lower levels. I can imagine that when you're champion, you make the smart choices because that hero can hinder whoever you're going to be playing in a substantial way. But on the lower levels, I just see people vote for what they read on Reddit and whatnot. So.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm really, really not a fan of the ban system, because as we said, like for most of us mortals in the metal ranks, people do not vote smartly. So it is just frustrating. So, for example, there are so many times that the tank picks Ramatra, great. So, Reinhardt. And then we're like, okay, the smart choice, let's say, is to ban Ramatra, right? So to enable your tank to play Rein without having to deal with a Ramatra. And so many times the bans are always Doomfist, Zarya, Sombra, and then maybe, and you're like, well, but this doesn't make sense. You're just banning them because you don't like to play against this type. Like there's always a dive hero that gets banned. I was like, okay, you don't like to play against dive, but it doesn't make sense if you're going to play Hog, you should ban Anna. It's not a preference; it's a smart choice. Yeah. If you're playing Mauga, you ban Kiri and so on. But in the meta ranks, and I've been playing a lot of comp, the bans do not make sense. People do not make strategic choices. Like you said, it is just a preference thing. Oh, I don't like Sombra. I don't like her gameplay, so I'm going to ban her. It's like, well, that's not a good reason to just rule out a hero that sometimes it's even a hero that is your favorite, a favorite of your teammate. Because I've already also been in matches that someone picks a favorite hero, someone from the same team bans their hero, and you already start the match with people bickering in chat.
Yeah,
and you're like, why are we doing this?
Yeah.
But yeah, because in champion level, like I'm a big enjoyer of watching pro Overwatch. Really, really, really find it a lot of fun. And in that level is really exciting because they also they can't ban a hero every match. So we're like, oh, we're going to ban this hero that this guy's the best at this map, or we're going to leave the Genji ban at the end, or there is a level of strategy to it that makes it exciting. But I do hope that they are bringing heroes that allow Sombra mains to play and to
with Sombra mains.
Because I think that it is a good measure of how much people enjoy certain heroes or don't enjoy certain heroes. But one of the most beautiful things of Overwatch is the variety of gameplay, isn't it? That we have dive tanks and you have other tanks and things like that. And you can't just say, oh, I don't like dive. Also, well, some people do. Live with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Learn how to counter it or something.
Yeah. And I think that what Pog just said actually ties into that, in the fact that they are indeed kind of linking some things together. We are going to see certain variations of that same archetype, or at least things that are close enough to kind of counter that whole movement. Like if you get another disruptive hero, I'm not going to say we're going to get another Sombra. I don't want to get anybody upset, but to kind of, take some elements of that hero, put them in another hero and see how that kind of evolves. And I think there's definitely purpose behind the ways that they do it. On top of the fact, of course, that there's like a limit on what you can do in this type of game. I think they've been stretching. I'm actually quite surprised to see how they keep coming up with certain stuff that I'm like, all right, that is impressive. And other times it's just a blatant copy from another game. Like with the Anna, how many Marvel Rival players have you guys run into that go like, hey, they just copied Phoenix?
I heard a bunch of people saying, "Oh, this is so and so's ult, and this is," and I'm like,
I saw Tim the Tatman doing a short about that. His chat was complaining about the same thing, and I
saw that.
Yeah, he got really loud, like he does sometimes, and he's like, "Whatever, man, fuck off." Yeah, it looks like Phoenix, but the whole of Marvel Rivals looks like Overwatch. So who cares?
Yeah.
And both of them look like Team Fortress.
Team Fortress.
Yeah. But he has a very valid point.
Yeah.
But it is true. When people were trying to get me to play Marvels, they were literally like, oh, this is like the Diva Bomb, and this is like Moira, and this is like, it's like, guys, let's get over it.
People will always, they cannot help comparing things to things they already know. It's always like that. You can have the most unique thing that you've ever done before, and you're like, oh, no one has that. And some part of the interview is like, but this is like that from this game that hasn't been it's just human, I guess.
Yeah.
It's a human thing. It doesn't mean it's good. It doesn't mean it's productive or helpful.
It helped us survive. It helped us live this long and to kind of become a play.
But it's always going to be something people will do no matter what you put out.
No, definitely. And there's also the whole tendency to make everything into a clan war. That is something like everybody's always... people can be very weird sometimes. Let's get back to the fun stuff.
want rivalry.
Well, let's get back to this fun stuff. We saw someone
Jetpack Cat.
Jetpack. We saw someone. I feel like we haven't talked about this. We saw someone get defeated. We talked about Vendetta taking over, but we've seen someone fall off of a ravine.
Yeah, someone went down the window.
Actually, before we get to the cinematic, though, I know that I joked saying Jetpack Cat, but we didn't. We talked about the new heroes, and we didn't really talk about Jetpack Cat's kit. Really, we mentioned it, but not. And I want to bring it here because for me, there is an interesting conversation between. It seems like a high skill floor. And also I remember this because we were talking about Marvel Rivals, and there's some comparison with the shark.
Yeah, Jeff. Yeah.
And I was wondering what you guys think now on a more serious note about how do you think Jetpack's cat kit is going to impact the game? Because I did see people already saying like the fact that he can carry that she can carry anyone for an indefinite amount of time, that there's no cooldown is going to break the game. People are already obviously raging, but what do you guys think of the kit?
Well, let me maybe start out with saying, like, if I would have gotten $1 anytime that someone in the Overwatch community said that a certain change was going to break the game,
yeah,
I would have a nice pile of dollars on my desk right now. Because remember, like the passives that were going to, the self-healing was going to break the game.
Yeah.
Look at this all these years later, the perks.
The perks.
Yeah. I do have to say it, like, my 2 cents is what I'm more worried about. I'm not worried about the grapple, and because in the end, what is the difference? If you walk yourself, or the cat flies back and brings you in, or brings you behind the lines, or you have a Lucio boosting you, there's always ways of getting behind people. There's always ways to get to certain places. And the one thing that I'm worried about is that he's going to be constantly flying pretty high. I played a lot of Deadlock recently, and they have one hero that they adjusted the kit with, and she can indefinitely fly. She's just like a sniper. It can just be high up there and is constantly shooting. Now, most of your perception of the game is always like, there's like, let's say 20 meters above ground, you basically have this like little window in front of you where you're very aware of everything that is happening. But as soon as someone gets really high up there, it makes it all a little more difficult for me. I just like, wait, there can be someone just right above you, and I'm talking higher than Echo and Farah at some point need to come down. He won't. He will be able to fly up, or she won't, sorry. She will be able to fly up there the whole time. I think I'm more worried about the fact that she is going to be constantly flying than I am about that grappling hook, personally.
I mean, I'm an adamant player of Ana since I joined here, and I'm adamant advocate of I like utility. It doesn't always have to be who has the highest kill numbers, who has the highest damage. I really enjoy that's what I enjoy about Ana and some other supports. I like utility a lot, and like helping your teammates in other ways than just damage boosting. That's why I like Ana Sleep so much. But like this just opens the door for me for more kinds of like gameplay choices you can make, for more kinds of like how to be creative within like the boundaries that Overwatch gives you, which I really like.
Yeah, no.
And it's about like, I don't know, enabling your players to think outside of the box for me. And I really enjoy utility-based heroes. And I like that we get such a like uniquely shaped utility hero, which is just a cat. It fits so well for me because like she's there to create chaos, and that's what cats do.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, can't wait to see.
I think the hype will wear down off Jetpack Cat. I think we'll get a lot initially, but I genuinely don't think this is going to be a meta pick of any description. I feel like Overwatch 2 is about support holding their own and doing a lot of damage and you know, contributing more in that column. It's fun. It's a goof. I don't know. I just don't. I think like the healing ability is quite like low when you look at numbers. From what I understand, is Jetpack Cat is not a big healing contributor, so it's all about that utility and how much value is utility in maybe a normal rank game. I don't know. I do think they're going to be hard to kill because you're right. People in the metal ranks don't look up. They would be very vulnerable to snipers. Would be very vulnerable to other aerials, I guess.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun. I think it's going to be one of those picks that people go, "Oh, are we doing this?" Eventually.
I think you have a good point.
It's going to be the second Sombra, isn't
It's going to be if you're the other support, you're really going to have to lock in on healing. I suspect.
Very circumstantial.
We already do that with most Zens.
That's true.
I think you're right. I love Zen.
He's amazing.
No, I love Zen. Zen has the best balls, and he also.
There we go.
But he also has. I always said that Zen is the best sniper in the game.
Yeah,
I cannot be convinced otherwise. But that is definitely something that some heroes ask of the support duo. I think that when you get the other support going a few choices, you're like, oh, okay, so I'm carrying the heals then. Got it. But yeah, I think that there will be, my thought as a person who is not very skilled is that a hero that flies the entire time is you already get a third dimensionality of it that will be just hard to control for most people.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people will fly in straight lines, and it will be very hard, very easy to kill. And I'm thinking that Jetpack Cat's gonna get a hype, and it's the people who will really make her work are people who are skilled enough that they might choose other heroes. So unfortunately, I think that Pog is right in the sense of like there'll be a hype, and then we'll be like, oh well. And I hope that I'm already advocating for her to be buffed, basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm hearing.
I think she's gonna be a pick that after the hype dies down, we're not gonna see often, but if we see her, it's going to be a player that definitely knows what they're doing. It's kind of like, I feel like I see her in the same prospect as Echo. Like, I know 1 or 2 Echo players who absolutely kill on Echo. They're so good that it's crazy. They could play the game every time. I feel like it's those kind of players that are going to pick up Jetpack Cat just for the challenge of it.
Mm-hmm. But what's going to happen? It'll be like, you know how when people run ranked, it's duos with Mercy and their little, E-daters what happen on there. There's going to be a Jetpack Cat and Reinhardt combo. Something that really synergizes with getting someone across the map. I feel like we're going to run into duos like this.
Flanking Reinhardt.
Flanking Reinhardt.
No, you'll do even better. Not flanking. He's going to kind of just hover over your head. You're going to watch him go. Yeah, you're just going to see him go over you, and there's nothing you can do because none of your teammates are able to shoot that little kitten. And he's going to land behind you, ult the hell out of you, and then wipe you all clean while the cat is just licking its own asshole again.
See, I never said that.
It's a podcast. We can say asshole. It's fine. No, I completely follow all your train of thoughts. I think you all have very good points. But then I think about how Jeff, the Land Shark, kind of went in Marvel Rivals. What Jeff had, he had his bubbles he could leave behind. He had his healing stream. He could do damage. But what most people liked about him, of course, his ultimate. The big difference is, of course, he could pick up a group of, basically a whole group and spit him out and kill them all by throwing them over the ledge, which with Jetpack Cat can only do one person at a time. But I don't know. Jeff was he was in every group that back in the day when I still played Marvel Rivals, almost in every setup. So it will all kind of depend on the balancing, I guess. Like if her healing output is buffed between what they did at Spotlight Event, because they did, of course, look at how content creators played her, and they're definitely going to adjust to a point where she gets a good healing output. I don't know. I don't know what is going to happen. But I'm definitely not too worried about it. I think we all agree that it's about the verticality that she's going to add to the game. It's beyond what Farah and Echo do. I think she's very mobile. I mean, some good widows will be able to hit her, but she's going to be small. She's tiny. She's not big. So that's what I'm more worried about than anything else.
I'm excited for the cosmetics.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for every interaction that she's going to have with Hammond.
It's all going to go,
Isn't it Jennifer Hale is the voice actor?
Yeah,
as well.
the same voice actors for Ash. Yeah.
For Ash.
Yeah, for Ash and her.
Can you imagine what that
I'm gonna be
conversation was like? Like, what? How does that conversation work? Like, we have an extra voice we want you to do. Okay.
She's a cat.
She's a cat.
She's a cat. I mean, it's probably going to be similar to, like Bastion's beep beep boops, or Hammond's like little like critters. I think it's just going to be like.
I think you're giving her a little too much credit. I think she's just.
I think you're going to get a hiss.
Yeah, a hiss.
Actually, one of the things that I saw is that we didn't see her saying anything. There were sounds, but in the Spotlight event, I saw someone who got Echo, copied Jetpack Cat, and then ulted, and Echo actually says the line. And it's something like, sorry, I don't remember, but it's something like pouncing on the enemy or it's something pouncing like that. The Jetpack Cat doesn't say that, but Echo copying Jetpack Cat when she ulted in the Spotlight event, she did say that.
So what you're saying here is that we can use Echo as the one tool that all of science has been chasing, which is a cat translator.
Yes.
Wow.
Echo's complete value has been brought back to. Can you tell me what the cat is saying? Is she hungry? Does a litter box need? By the way, where's the litter? Are they going to add a litter box to Gibraltar in the middle of that mayhem and everything being destroyed? There's going to be a litter box
in the spawn room. Yes.
Oh no, somewhere
Gibraltar's been wrecked. They need a new base, I think.
Well, in this case, then she can just poop while in the air like a pigeon.
Oh my god!
I can't believe you were like suggesting that Jetpack Cat would pigeon poop in the middle of a fight.
Is that something we need to take into account now that we're going to get shit on the head by our teammate?
Is it going to do damage or like only psychological?
Emotional damage.
Yeah.
I've always wondered what Hammond did, if he went in the ball or not, and if that ball after a few years is just so full of shit that it needs to be cleaned.
No, it's in the mines. It's in the mines.
And Winston could throw some.
Oh just putting some in the mines, The mines are full of shit.
Yeah, look,
the mines are full of shit.
Let's not get started about monkeys throwing shit, because Winston is a big monkey. I don't want to get that.
He would never. He's too sophisticated for that.
He's a scientist after all. So
he's a scientist.
He licks peanut butter with his toes. There is a limit.
They're
to
also his hands. Okay, I have to defend Winston for that. They're also his hands.
Why do you have to defend Winston? What have you been doing this weekend? Frozen.
I'm defending Winston.
Have you been eating peanut butter with your toes again? Come on.
No.
Don't do that.
I don't like peanut butter that much.
That much.
That is the problem. That is the problem with this sentence.
I
don't like peanut butter that much.
If you have some Nutella, I'll gladly do it. Peanut butter, no thanks. No thanks. I'm going to pass. I'm allergic to peanuts. All right. I think we're done for today, guys. We feel we're already over time again. That's what I wanted to say.
We're not going to talk about Doomfist.
We're not going to talk about Doom Shoulder.
Doomfist is dead. No, I think. No,
we can't talk about the entire podcast and not mention Doom.
We need to keep something like we need
Doom
to keep something.
He doesn't have a fist anymore.
There's no fist. No fist.
He's done. He's done with his fist.
Doom Shoulder.
Scorpio said in voice chat yesterday, "What if?" Because that is what he's been obsessed with. What if Doomfist starts a new faction? Which I think he would not do, because that's not how he works. But
is he gonna grow himself a new arm?
No, I think Moira might do that for him.
I was going to say
Possibly.
that we have so many heroes who don't have arms, legs, eyes. Honestly, that's the least of his problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe Vendetta is the monster in Overwatch that keeps taking people's limbs.
That is highly possible. Although, doesn't she miss a limb herself too? Is like one of her arms not cybernetic? I don't remember.
No, it's just armor.
Okay.
Isn't it?
I don't know. There's quite a lot. Like I think some of the new heroes, and that is something we'll talk plenty about in future episodes, but some of the new heroes also look like they're missing limbs and whatnot, that have cybernetic arms. It's just a thing in the Overwatch universe.
Yeah, and Doomfist can get a bigger, better gauntlet. So I think that not having that fist is not a problem.
No. I think right now his ego is the biggest problem. I think that is what he needs to do.
If he survived falling down the ravine, I mean, who said, is there maybe a trampoline down there?
Jetpack Cat. Guys, Jetpack Cat grabs him and he joins Overwatch.
No, it's even more simple than that. He has his ultimate. If he falls down, he uses his ult, and then he lands somewhere safe.
Mm-hmm.
Can he ult without his fist, though?
Yeah, I don't think his power was in his fist necessarily. You know what the thing is? She didn't look down. She didn't check if his body was down there. He might have been hanging off a ledge.
Confirm the kill. Always confirm the kill. We learned that in Game of Thrones.
That's the big mistake she made. I'm extremely happy that they went, like we talked about this last week. I wanted her to realize that she needed to kill him. She did. She thinks she did. And that is already, for me, that is okay. Like if she would have just let him live and let him leave, I would have been extremely disappointed. That was not on brand.
And he also underlined that because he says, now that you're about to do your revenge, you hesitate. And she says she's not hesitating, but like he also, but by that line, I read that he also understood that like she has to kill me. There is no other option.
He knows,
The
of course.
thing is, And I think building on what we said last week, it's such good character building because they're building Vendetta to be someone who is very arrogant and not confirming the kill is very arrogant. It's like I think she did meant to kill him, and the fact that she doesn't check that if his body is there or not is just a mistake out of blind, arrogance. Yeah.
Also, she's pretty young too. She doesn't have a lot of experience. Like she is a skilled fighter. She's good getting allies, but she's still incredibly young, and she just lacks a bunch of like basic understanding of how to lead an entire organization like Talon. Because of course, like she thinks it's a birthright, but also like seeing that she like doesn't confirm checks, she's very like Avalanche type. She needs to learn how to like build a lasting legacy instead of like overrolling everything and making mistakes in the meantime.
When he says that's like you're confusing success for succession, it was so good because it's that like she thinks it's her birthright, but it's not just that. And I just didn't want us to end without saying how beautiful that cinematic is. And
it was gorgeous. It was really good. Like the whole, for me, the one thing that hit really hard was the opening. Like that whole moment where she's on the floor and talking to her dad. That had me literally just thinking about it has me tearing up again. That really that hit me right in the feels. That is just like that moment where seeing
her, I was a little taken aback because she looks so normal. She kind of reminds me of that one girl in the cinematic of Soldier that we saw in Mexico. Yeah. With like the braid and stuff. She looked very similar. I was like, I saw her. I was like, this is her before Disaster. This is her before
years of arena
basically
fighting.
Revenge took over her entire life. Because she's like, this is revenge. This is trying to rebuild things for her father. I feel like she's just trying to live his dream.
Yeah, it's all of the above. I think it's really it's revenge is sometimes a little just I don't know. There's like an ending to revenge. I think this is beyond revenge, but the moment she screamed in that video is the moment that she became Vendetta. Basically, like that is the moment she made the switch, and that she basically swore to take back everything that her father had lost for sure. Before that, she
and
was
I
just
also like. I thought the character development in that cinematic was so good because I also liked how the scene that you guys are saying is very moving and it's very relatable in a sense of like loss and grief and etc. But they don't let us forget who she is and who her father was because it's not like, oh, daddy was so nice. It's just like, someone tried to take my bike. I punched them in the face, and you said, "Yes, this is what you should do." Her dad was not that nice, so they managed to create this scene, this image that we can relate to, we can feel for her, we can understand. But we even in that scene, without all the fighting, we can see that she was always going to become who she is. She punched the kid when she was a child, and she said, "I made his nose bleed," and Dad said, "Well done."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The character development was just chef's kiss.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And one thing I maybe want to add is that I also saw a lot of people kind of claiming that there was no way that Vendetta could have defeated Doomfist this easily. Let me tell you what I told. Well, but well, she defeated him. She didn't kill him. She defeated him,
Yeah.
though, I think, when it comes to that battle. And I'm like, guys, come on. She has been fighting in arenas for the last 10 years. She's been fighting robots, other gladiators. What has he been doing? Sitting on his ass, talking really slowly, throwing someone off a balcony once in a while. But other than that, he spent like years in prison just sitting on his ass and then punched the wall once to get out. That's it. Other than that,
he's been busy leading an entire organization. I don't think he had time to train
Wait,
extensively.
are you making
every day
excuses for
he
Doomfist?
did.
Are you not making excuses for him for his lazy ass?
No, I'm not
First
making
Winston,
excuses.
now
This is
Doomfist.
explaining that he might have is past his best years in terms of fighting.
Yeah, she showed up in full armor. He showed up in a freaking tuxedo. What the hell, man? Come on, this is a fight. Put on some shorts, sweatpants. I don't care.
For him, it was a meeting. He was in a business meeting, guys.
That was it. It was the clothing that got him. No, I think the idea that Doomfist cannot be defeated by someone like her. I mean, she is. You shouldn't underestimate what she's been doing in the last 10 years and how she's been building her strength. But people look at the game and they go like, "Oh, man, in the game he can knock you and he flattened the skyscraper." No.
He's not undefeatable, guys. Really not.
Well, no,
He's
Winston defeated him too. That's how he ended up in prison.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he's not undefeatable.
Although I do think he wanted to be in prison. I mean, he couldn't go. He was spent. I don't know how long he actually spent in prison, but he got out not by people blowing up the wall. No, he punched the wall himself, walked out, and his ride was waiting for him. Was not super complicated. So I do think there was purpose to him getting caught and being in that prison. But yeah. I'm not too bothered by the fact that this smaller lady kicked his big ass. I think that was pretty reasonable. She is strong.
Yeah, this sounds like the type of people that say like, "Oh, I could beat a female boxer anytime." Yeah. Well, let's see you do it, mate.
There's only one solution. Any person that claims that, step into the ring.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Get Rhea Ripley on here. Try to fight her. See how far that gets you.
I don't know. It is. We're talking about that. Isn't the thing? Like, we're talking about personalities in a game. What are you guys like? Why are they trying to? Why are they making it into a dick measuring contest between a man and a woman? So, but it is how
Obviously,
it is.
she wins.
Everyone knows that the big. No, I'm not going to go there.
No, okay.
Okay.
I nearly did, but I stopped myself.
Look at
I
that.
think it's time.
See,
Beautiful. It is time.
that comes with age, like that putting a brake on yourself
wisdom.
sometimes. The wisdom, knowing like, okay, this is going a little too far. Although on the other hand, there's me. But anyways, I think the whole story about Doomfist, is he dead or not? Oh, I think we can all agree that he's not dead. There's too many pieces of evidence lacking on one end and pointing towards not that being the case. But what is his future? That is something that we definitely should pick up in a future episode. That's why I want to kind of see if we can. I mean, there's going to be a lot to talk about. By the time next time we record, season 1 is going to be live. We're going to have a lot.
We didn't talk, and I know we're not going to have time to talk, but we are going to have sub roles. We're going to have. There's so much.
There's many things.
Much. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Soldier looking like
that.
Prince Charming.
Yeah, exactly. They're doing like a hidden Shrek collab.
Oh.
Yeah, literally. That's all.
We have to pick if we're Team Talon or Team Overwatch.
So many things.
Yeah,
Can I be Han Solo?
No, but maybe we should end with that. What team are you guys picking? What team are you picking? Overwatch or Talon?
I'm trying to recruit for Team Talon. I think it's going to be strong. Everyone
Okay.
join Team Talon that's listening. You're on the right side of history.
Frozen, where are you going for?
I'm a little indecisive because I love Ana, but also Team Talon's very enticing gameplay-wise, so I might be a double agent there.
Okay. Aquila?
Well, that's why I said I'm Han Solo. I don't want to be light side or dark side. I want to go where the money is. So
I see.
let's see who has the bigger pecs and the best abs and the best skins and the cat.
You're
He's gonna go where Emre is, basically.
Yeah, she's
No,
following
we have
Okay,
Emre
cool.
on one side and we have Jetpack Cat on the other side. So that's what I'm saying. Let's see where the money goes.
Yeah, for me personally, like in any game I've played, I've always went for the Horde. I've always went for, although in Star Wars: The Old Republic I had them on both sides. In this case, I think I'm going to go for Overwatch. I don't know why. I think if it would have been Doomfist Talon, I would have maybe. I don't know. I feel like the recklessness. I feel like I'm worried for everybody that isn't Talon. Basically, that's what I'm saying. Because I think Vendetta is a little too. I feel like Overwatch is also going to be the underdog in whatever unfolds in the next 12 months. So I feel more inclined to pick Overwatch. Not necessarily because they're the good guys, but mainly because I think they're going to be suffering really hard. And I want to be part of that. I don't know.
I just realized that Sombra is the Han Solo of Overwatch.
That is so true.
Yes.
Because also Han Solo isn't in it for the money, but when push comes to shove, he does pick doing the right thing. And we said last week about how Sombra, like she pretends she doesn't care, but she actually does. I just realized it's like, oh shit, I'm Sombra.
Our heroes do reflect who we are, do we? Isn't it like that?
Yeah.
So.
Freya is actually also kind of in that same boat. Although Freya does it for love because she wants to stick around memory. That she's kind of.
I mean, who can blame her?
I know, right?
Sombra does it because because she wants to figure out who that whole. She does it out of curiosity, basically. That's what I'm saying. Her whole push is towards curiosity. She wants to kind of unveil the dirty plans of the eye.
I just discovered
conspiracy.
a whole new love for Sombra.
There we go. Sombra players are going to be happy to hear that.
I'm Team Sombra.
I mean, if that is not the way to end the podcast, I don't know what is, especially an Overwatch podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining. I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Omnic Weekly. A huge thank you to our patrons. You guys are legends. And you too can join the Omnic Post family over on patreon.com/the Omnic Post. Subscribe to this podcast on whatever channel you are listening or watching this episode. You can follow the Omnic Weekly on Instagram and Twitter. For now, however, take care of yourself, take care of each other. Till next time, bye-bye.